Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Good day. This is Sally sewing tutorial, and today's tutorial will be making this beautiful gown baby dress you can see on the screen. So this is the fabric that I'll be using. I have this Ankara print. I have 3 years of it, and this is my paper that I'll be drafting the upper bodies on. So I have 2 of it. So I'll start with the drafting. First of all, we're going to start with the front part of the drafting. So the half length of the client I'm using is 11 inches, but I have 12 inches here. So I'm using the remaining 1 inch for sewing allowances. So joining at the down part half inch and at the shoulder part half inch. So that is my 12 inches I have here. So it's an overlapping dress, gather dress. So for me to get the overlapping, I have to measure from the center front 3 inches out all through. So I'm going to rule a straight line on it. So after this, I'm going to start my measurement proper. So any measurement I'm taking is going to be starting from this line I drew, not from the tip of the fabric anymore. So our shoulder is 11 inches. 11 divided by 2, we have 5.5 inches. So this is my 5.5 inches right here. Then I'm going to come down by 6 inches because I don't want the armhole to be tight, and since she's a growing child, there will be enough allowance. So I'm coming down by 6 inches to get the armhole. Then I'm going to place my 5.5 inches here again. Then after doing that, I'm going to connect the mark together. So this is the armhole line, while this is the center, the main center front. So this is going to be the overlapping. So from the shoulder, I'm going to come down by 1 inch. I'm going to come down by half an inch. Then from this place, I'm going to do the shoulder width by 2.5 inches because I don't want it to be too wide. Then the shoulder depth, I'm going to take it also at 2.75 inch, not up to 3 inches. From this place, I'm going to come down again by 2.75 inches. Then I'll connect the line so that I can draw the curve. So after rolling this out, I'm going to draw a curve. So this is what we have. So what I will just do, I'll just bring the curve down a bit. Can you see what I did? So I just curved it down to like 3/4 inch away from the main measurement. So I'll start inputting my bodies. Our chest is 28 divided by 4, we have 7 inches. Our waist is 26 divided by 4, we have 6.5 inches. So I'll connect the lines together. So I'll just go ahead and add my sewing allowances on this paper so that I'll just cut straight. I don't need to start adding it on the fabric. So I'm just going to add 1.25 inch as my sewing allowance. I'll do the same thing for the waist. Then I'll connect the lines together. So this half inch I came down by on the armhole, on the shoulder slope, I'm going to connect it to the neck width. So this is it. So I will look for the midpoint at this armhole. I have 5.5 left, so I'll divide it by 2. So I have 2.5, 2.75 inches, which is this. So I'm going to curve this from. Then I'm going to come into the main body by half an inch. Then I'm going to draw a curve from this half an inch to meet with the main body measurement, not the allowance. I'll meet with the main body measurement, then I'll just draw a straight line this way. Then I'm going to come and connect it down from the shoulder slope also, just like this. So this is what we have. We are done with it. So I'll cut this out. So I'm going to notch this part where the overlapping is starting from, so that I will know where it is, where it's going to cross each other. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and drag the back bodice. So this is the pattern for the back bodice. I've marked out my zip allowance. I'm using 1 inch and quarter as my zip allowance. So all my measurement is going to start from here. So first of all, we're going to include the shoulder measurement, which is 11 inches divided by 2. We have 5.5 inches. So we're going to come down by 6 inches as usual. Then from these 6 inches, we're going to mark our shoulder measurement again, 5.5 inches. To connect the dots together, then we'll start imputing our body measurement. Our chest is 28 divided by 4, we have 7 inches. While our waist is 26 divided by 4, we have 6.5 inches. I will just go ahead and add my sewing allowance, which is 1.25 inch, 1.25 inch. So I'll connect it together. So this is the main measurement file. This is the allowance. Then my neck width, as usual, I'm going to take 2.5 inches, just as I took at the front part. So I'm going to, the depth is going to be half an inch. So I will just connect it down this way and down to the zip allowance. Then I'll come down for the shoulder slope as half inch. Then I'll connect it to the neck width. Then I'll look for the midpoint of the armhole. We have 5.5 left, so the midpoint is going to be 2.75 inches, which is this. At this point, we're not going to come in by half an inch. We're just going to start the curve just from this part and connect it to the main bodies like this, and it goes like this. So this is all for the back drafting. So I'm going to cut this out, and I'm going to use this pattern to cut on the main fabric. So guys, I'm done cutting my fabric. So I've cut my Ankara print and I've cut my lining also. I did the same thing for the back. So at this point, I'm going to cut an interfacing that I'll put on this, a paper steel, because I'm using a soft lining. So if you're using a soft lining or a cotton lining, you don't need this part, but I'm using a very soft lining, so I want to put paper steel to make it hard. Also, so I'll set this aside. Also, I've gone ahead to cut the down part of the skirt. So I cut it in a 90-degree flare. You can see I have it 1, 2, and this is the middle is folded. So I cut the waist in SS. Remember, the waist is 26, but I cut the waist in SS. I think I did times 2.5 of our main waist. Yes, so I cut it in SS because we're going to draw gathers on this. Also, I went ahead and cut the belt for it. So I'm going to iron my interfacing and we'll go ahead with the sewing. So guys, I've gone ahead to join the shoulder allowance. This is for the lining. See my papers that I added. So I decided to add this piece of fabric at the lining, at the edge of the line, because so that when the overlap will be flipped this way, you won't be seeing the lining first, you'll be seeing the material. So I did the same thing for the front. I've joined the back and the front together. So next, what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut the collar before I'll be turning it with the lining. So this is the fabric I'll be using to cut the collar. Usually, assuming this fabric is still on a straight form like this, I'm going to bend it in a triangular form. Do you understand? So I'll bend this in a triangular form. So I'll bring my fabric. So this is how I'm going to place it. So I'll trace it out. I'm going to trace it out with my chalk. So I'm going to subtract 1 inch from the back because I don't want it to get to the zip. So I'm just going to subtract 1. So this is where my collar is going to stop to the end. So I'll take this out. So you're going to determine how wide you want it to be. So guys, this is what I have. So I have a total of 3 inches here. Just try to be on the safe side. So at the end of it, I'm just going to start dragging a curve. So just to curve it a bit, just to have a slanted, kind of a slanted line at this part. So this is what I'll do. So I'm going to cut this off now. So guys, I'm done cutting it out. Remember, this is on fold, so I have two pieces here. So I'm going to cut two of this again. So one will be for the right side, while the other one will be for the left side. So guys, this is my interfacing that I've ironed. So next I'm going to take my bias, because there's a bias at the edge. So I'll fold it into two and place it this way. And I'm going to sew it all through the way to this part. So guys, this is the collar. This is the bias tape on it at the edge. So I'm going to take the lining part of the clothes, then I'm going to sew the collar on it on the right side. So I'm going to sew the collar on it just like this. Then after me sewing the collar on it, then I'm going to turn the neck of the gown with the lining, then I'll flip it over. So guys, this is what it looks like. This is the collar now. I've turned the sides. So this is what we have. So I'm going to go join the sides according to the measurements. Then I'll overlap this. Remember, we used three, so I'm going to take the measurement and overlap this like this way. Then I'll join the side. So this is my belt. I've turned it already. I'm going to add the belt also before I joined it at the side. So after doing this, I'm going to take the down part of the skirt. You can see how wide it is. So I'll draw a gathers on it, and I'll gather it according to the waistline. Then I'll sew it down to the skirt, and also I'll turn it with the lining. And I'll come show you what I have. So guys, this is what we have right now. This is how it looks like. So there's going to be 4 buttons here, so I'll use it to close it. So this is the gathers. So this is the back, the inside of the gown. I've turned it with the lining also. You can see what I did here. So I'm going to go close the back part of the dress, then I'll fix the zip, then we'll come back and cut the sleeve, and that will be all. So guys, I have two sleeves here, the bigger one and the normal basic sleeve. So this one I cut, it depends on how wide you want it to be, that's how you're going to cut it. So this is okay for me. So this is 6 inches. Armhole is 6 inches also. So this is my 6 inches, the rest is going to be for sewing allowance. So this is the one that I'll be using for the gathers. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pleat this one on this normal sleeve. I'm going to pleat it until I get to this. I'll pleat the whole of this fabric just on this place to have that fuller look before I sew it. So I'll do it and come and show you what it looks like. So guys, this is what the sleeve look like after gathering it on the main normal sleeve. So this is how it looks like. So this is how it will come out. So I'm going to take the main measurement. I'll turn it up. I'll turn the back, which is the normal sleeve, not the bigger one. So I'm going to take my armhole measurement. So this is my armhole measurement, 6 inches. Then around sleeve is 5.5 inches. So I'll connect it. So I'll take it to the same machine and I'm going to close it. Do the same thing for the other side. Then I'll fix it on the dress and I'll come show you what it looks like. So guys, I'm done fixing the sleeve. This is how it looks like. So beautiful. This is the back of the dress. This is the zip, how I fixed it. So next what I'm going to do is just to put the buttons at the side just as it is on the style to show you the total, the full look of it. So if you have watched this video up to this point and you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe to my channel, and please do not forget to like or comment on this video.